Okay, we're going to start in Photoshop Lesson 3. Lesson 3 is all about your selection tools and different ways to select objects, how to use different selection tools to select what you need to select. So let's go ahead and get Photoshop open. And once Photoshop comes open, you can launch your bridge or mini bridge. And I'm going to go back to my lessons folder and click on lesson 3. So to do that, you can click on the down arrow next to lessons and then click on lesson 3 and it'll open it up for you. We want to open 03 start. Okay, if you still have your clone source panel open, you can actually click on the menu for that and click close tab group. We do not need our clone source anymore. Before we get started, the first thing we should do is save. So let's go File and Save As. Click to go back to the file with your name. Go to Assignments. Create a new folder called Photoshop Lesson 3. And inside that folder you can save this file as 03 start. Okay, just so you know, before we get started, I'm going to click on my Move tool so that way I'm on my Move tool. So when I start talking about all the different shapes and all the different shells, you'll know what I'm talking about. This is your sand dollar. This is your shell. This is your bowl. This is coral, your logo, and this one right here is called your clamshell. Just so that way when I go to talk, you need to select the sand dollar, you know which object I'm talking about. So let's go ahead and click on our zoom tool and zoom in on our sand dollar. You have to move your screen around a little bit, but you want to be able to see your sand dollar. Click the quick selection tool. So the quick selection tool, the quick selection will find the edges of an image, and you can add or subtract from the selection until you have the selection exactly how you want it. We want to make sure on our options bar that we are on New Selection. And what I want you to do is click your sand dollar, and you may have to click more than once, but click somewhere close to the edge and it should select the entire sand dollar. So it's selecting based on the same color pixels, but it's finding the edges of where those color pixels end. Let's click on View on our mini bar and click Fit to Screen. Click on the Move tool. Remember, when we want to move a selection, we stay on the Selection tool, but when we actually want to move what we have selected, we have to click on the Move tool. Move the sand dollar to the lower part of the plate. So just somewhere on the plate, somewhere, I'm going to put mine about right there. And then do a select and deselect. Okay, zoom in on the bowl. So let's click on our zoom tool and let's zoom in on our bowl just a little bit. You don't want to be fully zoomed in, you want to be able to see parts around it. And you may want to move your screen around just a little bit. Select the elliptical marquee tool. Now, we are going to actually use the elliptical marquee tool to select this bowl. However, when you start making your oval will not fully select the bowl where it needs to go. So you'll need to listen carefully about how you do that. because we're going to be moving a selection while we're still trying to make a selection. So position your mouse somewhere up here outside of the bowl and click and start dragging and making an oval. And once you get your selection to the other side of the bowl, press and hold the space bar. Now this is allowing you to move the selection. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it so that the left part of the selection is actually touching the edge of a bowl. So then I release the space bar, drag out again, press the space bar one more time, move my selection so that way it's on the edges, release my space bar, okay, position my edges. It's not quite perfect yet, so press my space bar again. Okay, once I think I have it perfect, you can release your mouse. And notice how I had to actually press and hold my space bar multiple times to get it selected like this. It makes it harder to select something when you can't always move your selection. So make sure that while you are creating a selection, if you need to move it around, press and hold the space bar. It'll help you out. Let's go ahead and click on your Move tool. And let's go View, Fit on Screen. And let's move our bowl so you have it somewhere close to the sand dollar, but do not overlap the two. Okay, you want it to be somewhere about right there. That's fine. So now you can go select and deselect. The shortcut key for deselect is Control D. We will be using it deselect quite a bit, so if you want to start using your control keys, which I probably will, that way you know. It'll be either select and deselect or Control D to deselect. Now we are going to move and change and duplicate a selection. So let's zoom in on Sally's seashells. So click your zoom tool and zoom in on Sally's seashells. Select the elliptical marquee tool and move the mouse to the center of Sally's seashells. Okay, Sally's seashells logo is a perfect circle. So remember, to create a perfect circle, you have to hold down the Shift and the Alt key to get your perfect circle. So position somewhere in the middle and start dragging out, press and hold, and you may have to
Did you do scissors?
Huh?
Yes, scissors?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There.
They're in my desk drawer in the middle.
Which middle?
The actual middle, like when you're sitting there.
Right here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I like it over here.
I don't have any others here. Okay, so I messed up on my circle. So I'm actually going to deselect and start over. So to create a perfect circle, remember Alt and Shift. So start clicking, press Alt and Shift, and drag outwards. Now if you notice, as you're selecting your circle, you're not going to get it perfect. So you may actually have to press and hold your space bar too. And move your selection around while you're still selecting your logo. Okay. You may also, after you select it, you may still see a little bit where you need to move it. If you position your mouse in the center, make sure you are still on your elliptical marquee tool, and you can move your selection around. Remember when we first started talking about selection tools, I told you the difference between moving while you're on a selection tool and using the move tool. So now we want to click on our move tool, click view, fit on screen, and we want to move our actual logo somewhere to our plate. I'm going to put it up here. And now if you notice, the color of the logo actually blends in with the plate. So let's click on image and adjustments, and we're going to click on invert. Remember, invert takes the dark color and takes it to the back. It just swaps the colors. While still having the move tool selected, press the Alt key on your keyboard. Click your mouse in the middle of the logo and drag downward towards the right. Okay, you can have the duplicate overlap. Then release your mouse, then the Alt key. So the Alt key created a duplicate copy for us. And we want to actually transform and make this a little bit bigger. So we have to go to Edit, Transform, and Scale. Then you can press your Shift key. Your Shift key will scale proportionally and make it so it's just slightly bigger than the original. Once you have your logo, your second logo transformed, you can press Enter and it'll set the transformation. We need to make another logo just like the one you've created. So press and hold your Alt key and drag down. Okay, so we have our logo, our third logo. So let's go ahead, and after you've created a duplicate, you can move it around a little bit more so it's not overlapping completely. You still want them overlapping, but not to the point where it's covering up part of Sally's seashells. Okay, so we need to transform this one to make it larger than the second one. So let's go to Edit, Transform, and Scale. And this time grab the lower left corner, press Shift, and drag outward so that the third one is almost double in size of the second one. Once you have it shaped, you can press Enter. And we can deselect. Let's also take this time to save so we don't lose anything that we have created so far. So make sure you have saved. Now we're going to use our Magic Wand tool. And our Magic Wand tool selects all the pixels of one particular color or color range. It's the most useful when selecting an area of similar colors surrounded by areas of very different colors. So, click the rectangular marquee tool. So the rectangular marquee is hidden behind the elliptical marquee tool. And position the mouse up and to the left of the coral. And then click and drag more or less a box around the coral. So we want to have some of this white area around our box, and I just accidentally moved mine, so I'm moving it back. So click on the Magic Wand tool, which is hidden beneath the Quick Selection tool. On the option bar, make sure that the tolerance is at 32. Also click the Subtract from Selection. So notice that you have these four icons right here, and the first one is New, the second one is Add, the third one is Subtract. So you want to subtract from selection. Obviously, subtract from selection takes away from any selection. Click the magic wand on the white background of the selected coral. So click anywhere in the white part of the selected coral. Click the Move tool and drag the coral to the center of the wooden plate. And then you can deselect. Remember, Control D as in dog is your deselect shortcut keys. Let's also take this time to save. The next two tools that we're going to be working with are our lasso tools, and lasso tools can be incredibly and frustrating, so you just kind of have to bear with them. So let's first and foremost select or zoom in on our clamshell. So it's in the center of your screen. Now click the lasso tool, and I would start about right here. So you see where my mouse is at? About right here. Click and hold the mouse, and you have to trace the actual object. So I can guarantee you that even me, I don't have a very steady hand, so it's not going to be perfect, and it's really hard with a mouse to make it almost perfect. Once you get back to where you started, release your mouse. Okay, you just have to release your mouse with the lasso tool to get your selection, to get your dancing ants around the actual clamshell. Once you have traced it, if you let go in the middle, you'll have to deselect and start over, because if you let go over here, what it'll do is say, oh, you're back at the starting point, and it'll connect straight across to the other point. So you may have to actually deselect and try it again more than once to get it fully selected. Just remember, you cannot release your mouse when you are tracing with the lasso tool. Let's go ahead and do View, Fit on Screen. And we want to move the clam to, so click on your Move tool, to your wooden plate, but I want it to go right here. So if I try to put it in there, it's going to overlap just about anything I try to put in there. So I'm going to put it in there, but I'm going to rotate it. So let's rotate it so it'll fit in here better. To rotate, you click on Edit, Transform, and Rotate. There's two different ways that you can rotate. You can hover outside one of the corners and click and drag to make a rotation, or up here on your option bar there's a little box with a triangle next to it, and I want you to type in -15 and press enter twice. What that did was it rotated our clamshell enough so that it fits and nothing is overlapped. Okay. Go ahead and deselect and save. Now we're going to use the magnetic lasso tool. The magnetic lasso tool is a little bit easier but still frustrating. So zoom in on the remaining shell, or just the shell. And click your magnetic lasso tool, which is hidden under your lasso tool. Make sure you get magnetic, not polygonal. You want magnetic. Click once. I'm going to start in the point right here. So click once with your mouse, and then just start tracing, but you don't have to hold down the mouse. You can just click once and start tracing around the shell. And what it's doing is it's setting these little points. Those points are called anchor points. So it's snapping to where the actual shell is at. It's snapping to those color pixels. So if you notice that like this one right here, is not in the right spot. If you press your delete key on your keyboard, it goes back to the last known anchor point, and it'll allow you to continue going. With this one, all you really have to do is move your mouse. Now, if you get to a point where your mouse is going all over the place, just double click to end your selection. So once you get back to your starting point, double click. And if that didn't work, go back to your history panel. If yours is doing what mine is doing, double click, and it takes you to, it ends the selection. Go to your history panel. Mine is open. If it's not open on yours, you can go to Window and History to turn it on. And it'll show you how many magnetic lasso tools you have. Go back to the first one that you have available, or go back to where you deselected and start over. Okay, so I only have to go back one to get my selection of my shell. Okay, now you want to go View, Fit on Screen, and we are going to click on our Move tool, and we are going to move our selection to the plate. And then we can select, or we can deselect and save. Control S is your save shortcut. So the major difference between the magnetic lasso tool and the lasso tool is the magnetic lasso tool, you just have to click once and then trace and click again at the end to end your selection. The lasso tool, you have to click and hold and drag around. So that's those are the two major differences. Always with lasso tools, you end where you began. So moving on, we're going to actually crop our plate. So it's just the plate. So let's click on our crop tool. And with your crop tool, it automatically selects everything. So what I want you to do is take your corner and move it up to the bottom of the plate and over. And I'm actually going to get a little bit of this extra stuff that's in here, this extra background part that we don't necessarily need. Don't need a whole lot of it, but I want to get some of it because I want at least a little bit of a white border around my plate, but I don't need a huge one. So let's go ahead, and once you have it set like that, go ahead and press enter. So now we have this extra little bit of stuff here that's on the background that we don't want. To get rid of that, click on your rectangular marquee tool. And I want you to click and drag a box in that corner. And click on your eraser tool. Remember, when you have something selected, only what's in the selection can be edited unless you do an inverse, a selected inverse, and you do everything on the outside. Let's go ahead and click on our picker size for our brush and change the size to, I'm going to say 50 pixels. That's big enough. And we're going to just start erasing inside of that selection box. So notice if I try to erase anywhere else, it will only erase inside of my selection box. Once you think you have it all erased, you can deselect and you can save. Okay, we're going to isolate each shell to be by itself. Which is also creating a basic, we're getting an introduction to layers. Okay, We got a brief introduction in lesson 1, but we're going to do how to actually create basic layers, how the very basic way to create layers. And to do that, let's click on the quick selection tool, hidden behind the magic wand tool, and we want to make sure that we are on new selection. And I want you to click on the shell, the pink one. And you may have to click more than once to select the entire shell. And I want you to click Edit on the menu bar, Copy, Edit, Paste. So now we have this layer, and your layers panel may be down over here, but we have a layers panel. And now we have 2 layers. So we have a layer 1, which is considered layer 1, which is our shell. And then we have our background. Let's double click where it says layer 1, and I want you to actually type shell. And then press enter. So now I want you to click on the background layer. It's very important that you click on the background layer. If you do not click on the background layer after each time that you create a new layer, you will create empty layers because there is nothing in there to copy and paste. So if I would make background layer not visible, look, there is nothing else to select on the actual shell layer. So make sure that you are on the background layer when you go to create a new layer. So let's click on the quick selection tool again. And I want you to click and drag around to select the bowl. And this one's not as easy to select. And you may have to deselect and start over. Okay, so you may have to click and drag more than once to get your entire bowl selected. And remember, edit, copy, edit, paste. Go over to your layers panel where it says layer 1, double click, and type bowl. Click on the background layer. Using the quick selection tool, select the clam. And do an edit, copy, edit, paste. Rename the layer clam. And do your sand dollar next. If your sand dollar, like mine, gets a little bit of the plate, it's okay. Select your coral, and you may use some of your other selection tools to get it to work. So you're just repeating the process of selecting and copying and pasting. Okay, once you have all of your layers selected and copied and pasted, go ahead and go File and Save. And we are now going to create a soft drop shadow or a shadow for your layers. So let's click on the sand dollar layer. Probably be easier to see from the sand dollar than it would any other layer. And I want you to click at the bottom of the layers panel and click on the add layer style button, which is the FX. So FX, and click on drop shadow. The drop shadow dialog box or layer style dialog box pops up, and change the blend mode to multiply. We want the opacity to be 45 instead of 75, angle 30, distance 5, spread 3, and size to be 30, and then click OK. So notice now that there should be a shadow around your actual sand dollar layer. If I shut mine off, you can see how it's just plain. Now it's kind of got a shadow around it. Place your mouse in your layers panel over the drop shadow, but don't click. Now press and hold the Alt key on your keyboard, then click on Effects and drop it on one of your other layers. Then you can release your Alt key. Press and hold your Alt key and drag to the next layer, and the next layer, and the next layer. So every time I'm dragging, I have my Alt key pressed. So what that's doing is it's copying our layer effects to each individual layer. Once you have done all of that, you can go File and Save. And let's do a quick review. So for your selection tools, you have 9 selection tools, more or less, that you used today. Not quite, but you used quite a few of them. You have 4 here, 3 lasso tools, and the quick selection and magic wand tool. Remember, on any selection tool you have a new, add, and subtract option for any selection tool. To create a basic layer, you select the object, copy and paste it to create its own layer. And to create a basic drop shadow or a basic layer style, you can click on the FX and click any one of these to create a basic layer style. So make sure that you have saved everything, and then you can close Photoshop.